First here tonight at 11 o'clock, we have some new developments to tell you about over the future of the troubled Dosker Manor housing complex right near downtown Louisville. Hello, everybody, and thanks for joining us. I'm Doug Proffitt. The head of Metro Housing today moves to speed up the timeline for tearing it down. It comes after a major apartment building there lost power for more than 24 hours. WHAS11 night team's Taylor Woods and photojournalist Elijah McKenzie explain why it can't come down soon enough.
It was a long and hot night for some Dosker Manor residents as they waited for power to be restored inside the high-rise of Building C.
And my apartment was so hot, I couldn't stand it.
170 tenants were left without AC. Their refrigerated food quickly turned into waste. Judy Cecil caught a cool breeze from her neighbor's door.
And I talked to the guy next door. I enjoyed his company. He opened the balcony door up, and a lot of air was coming in. It felt really good.
The power initially went out around 4 o'clock Thursday afternoon. Metro Housing Authority maintenance and LG&E worked hard to restore power. Louisville Metro Housing Authority Executive Director Elizabeth Strojan said the electricity came back on around 12:30 Friday afternoon.
So we're dealing with pipes that are old, we're dealing with electrical systems that are very old, we're dealing with elevators that are very old.
These issues are some of the main reasons why Metro Housing Authority is trying hard to get Dosker Manor demolished.
So today I will be submitting to HUD our formal application requesting permission to demolish this property and to redevelop it as housing.
Once there is approval from HUD, the building will be taken down. Cecil was happy about this decision.
They can tear it down today if they want to, because I would like to sit across the street and watch it go down. I'll tell them goodbye.
But in the meantime, there will be a voluntary relocation process starting with tenants living inside Building A first to get as many residents out as soon as possible.
I'm on a list on apartment over in Indiana, and if it comes up, I'm going to move out.
For now, Cecil is waiting patiently until Building C residents are selected to relocate.
Get rid of this joint.
At Dosker Manor, Taylor Woods, WHAS 11 night team on your side.
Louisville Metro Housing Authority's goal is to get more than 500 Dosker Manor tenants relocated over the next 12 to 18 months. Jefferson County Clerk's offices closed most of this week are going to be open for business early tomorrow morning and throughout the day Saturday. Late today, we learned branches are going to reopen on Saturday from 8:30 to 4:30 in the afternoon, and those include Highview, Dixie, Jeffersontown, East, and the Westward Road branches. In the meantime, some neighboring counties are stepping up to help. Customers telling us it has added some time to the process, but overall things are going smoothly.
The idea of stepping up like that, to me, it seems like a natural thing to do, but again, I commend the counties around Jefferson for doing and helping out.
The downtown branch is going to stay closed. That's because employees at that office are going to be in Frankfurt starting tomorrow to process dealer work. The clerk's computers were hit by a Russian ransomware attack, a cyber attack. In this case, the attackers holding the system hostage until they are paid money. Holtzclaw says she's not paying a dime. We have an update to the breaking news that you saw right here as it was developing on the WHAS 11 night team last night. LMPD's Public Integrity Unit is investigating after a man was shot and killed by more than one Metro police officer in Valley Station. Police responded to a 911 call on Eaglewood Drive just off Dixie Highway. When officers arrived, they found a man who police say was agitated and inside a home with several family members. The family was able to escape the house as police attempted to talk the man down. However, eventually police say the man picked up a knife, charged at officers, leading to the shots being fired.
Multiple officers deployed less lethal, including a 40mm foam baton round and taser, as well as several other officers deployed their firearms, shooting and striking the subject multiple times.
When we heard the gunfire, I mean, our hearts just fell to our gut, you know. I heard pain and sorrow from a woman's scream, you know, just demolished.
Now, Heather Powell right there lives right nearby the shooting where it happened and watched the entire scene unfold. We did reach out to family members of the man who was killed. They did not want to speak on camera today, and nobody else was injured during the shooting. The body camera video from this incident should be released by August 8th. Louisville Metro Police homicide detectives are investigating after a man was found shot in a car near an elementary school in Louisville. Officers responded to the scene on Greenwood Road at about 12:30 today after receiving calls about a car crash. Once they got there, they found the man in the car with gunshot wounds. He later died at the hospital. Anyone who can help police detectives, the number to call, the anonymous tip line, is 574-LMPD. Close to 100 pounds of meth and fentanyl, $16,000 in cash, and several guns were recovered in what St. Matthews police are calling one of their largest drug busts. Take a look right here at some of the evidence. St. Matthews police say they were assisted by both J-Town police and LMPD. The investigation kicked off thanks to an anonymous tip from someone in the community about a month ago.
Stop tolerating this. It's time to, step forward. Bring those tips forward, remain anonymous, that's fine, we don't care. Just get us a starting point so we can go after and get these drugs off the street.
As a result, police took Taiwan Pope, Antoine Turner, and Coriantes Thomas into custody, and they've been charged with several drug-related charges, including trafficking, engaging in organized crime, and possession. It was a sudden and quick resignation late today from longtime JCPS school board member Chris Kolb, leaving the school board effective immediately. Chris Kolb saying that he's leaving to become a JCPS teacher now, which he cannot legally do if he's a school board member. In his resignation letter, he took aim at the board, saying in part, "I realize now that I will not be successful in convincing this board to focus on student outcomes or to raise the revenue needed to address the staffing crisis. So I'm choosing to do what I can as an individual by becoming a JCPS teacher." In response to that, the JCPS board chairman, Dr. Corey Scholl, sent us his response. Dr. Kolb is aware that the bus driver shortage is a labor shortage issue, not a revenue issue. The Jefferson County Board of Education has ensured that bus driver compensation remains competitive with peer districts and companies throughout Louisville. Meantime, it is full steam ahead for the JCPS transportation plan, the new one on the books. Today, we got a first-hand look at how drivers are getting ready to make timely pickups and drop-offs of your students. They are right now making their practice runs, going through their routes at each stop, at every stop, like it's day one of school. Drivers will take their route, take the time on the route, and then they know where the trouble spots are and how they can best prepare to work them out. Bus drivers we talked with say they've learned a lot from last year's disastrous start.
This past school year just forced me to learn a lot more. Things I didn't know, areas I didn't know even existed. I definitely think it'll be better.
Who was here first?
First day of school for the school district is Thursday, August 8th. All new tonight on the night team, it's a transformation that's going to take 10 years and over $1 billion. We're talking about Jeffboat, the once bustling shipyard in southern Indiana, finally has a developer. And now plans for the redevelopment are finally underway. WHAS11 night team's Alexandra Goldberg and photojournalist Aspen Hester are talking to Jeffersonville residents and the mayor about the timeline.
A multi-billion-dollar project to energize southern Indiana.
I mean, that sounds like a good idea to me, what they got planned, the restaurants and probably hotels too.
Jeffboat, the 100-year-old shipyard in Jeffersonville, left vacant since 2018. Soon it could look like this. Tim Harlow says the project is a good use of the space.
Rather than another factory just sitting up there making pollution.
This project to turn this massive riverfront property into a multi-use attraction won't be done for at least another decade. But with a developer named, plans can now be set in motion.
We believe in kind of creating what we call social energy hubs.
Kevin Zepernick, CEO of Thrive, signed on as the developer. Residencies, walking trails, and restaurants are just a few of the uses developers envision for Jeffboat, and there'll be amenities too.
Our energy hub area, it will directly correlate to the park and most likely the amphitheater setting, as well as the event space in the hotel.
Longtime Jeffersonville Mayor Mike Moore calls the scene a $1 million view, and he expects the project will span at least 80 acres.
Where else in America could you find a piece of ground like this along the Ohio River, across from a metropolitan city, and somebody with deep pockets that says, I want to invest in Jeffersonville?
$509 million. That's how much money people spent on tourism in Floyd and Clark counties. Leanne Matson of Southern Indiana Tourism says that's the largest figure they've seen yet, and that this project will bring in even more cash to the area.
Tourism is sort of the first date of economic development.
Zepernick says for now, Thrive is in the planning and site preparation stages. Moore says the development plans will be presented to Jeffersonville in another public meeting in the future. In Jeffersonville, Alexandra Goldberg, WHAS 11 Night Team on your side.
What a big change it's going to be. Developers say the area will be active with demolitions over the next year, and structures could actually start popping up by late 2025. Using music to draw people together, the Big Stomp returned to Waterfront Park today. This festival began in 2017, formerly known as Pete Fest. It honors the life of Pete Jones, who took his own life at just 23 years old. His mother, who founded the festival, says the Big Stomp is an opportunity to bring people together through music.
We feel like we've created a festival where some people come out for the music and some people come out for the mental health experiences, but in the end, they both enjoy the other half. So it's really fun.
The festival held all that you would normally find at a music festival. They also offered mental health resources, including animal therapy, mental health screenings, therapy sessions, and more. The Big Stomp does continue tomorrow, and gates open at 11, and you can still get your tickets. We've got a link on how you can do that at WHAS11.com.